Good morning and welcome to Siberia. We're in a city that's called Kemerovo, and I was actually born and raised here until I was 18. And then afterwards I moved to England. So I was born and raised here, but all my adult life kind of lived in England. I've actually left, I'm 26 now, so 8 years ago, and a lot has changed during those years. And actually my family is kind of split, so my mum moved to Sochi with my brother and sister. And it happened that my Gran was visiting them there every time we would visit my family in general. So every time we would go back to Russia, we would be going back to Sochi. So over the last 8 years, Matt and I have only been back to Siberia like a couple of times. And actually last time we were here, it was in the winter 2020. And everyone knows that, well, a lot has changed since then. But I'm actually really curious to see how much has changed, and specifically when we go back, we spend a lot of time in the same part of the city. But let's actually head out of my hood. I've got a lovely filming companion with me, my little sister, Lera. And we're actually going to catch a tram into the city center. It literally comes so close.
Следующая остановка – улица 9 января.
So the ride costs now 30 rubles if you're paying cash and 25 if you're paying by card. Speaking of which, now in Russia you can only use cards with the payment system Mir. So for example, Matt and I wouldn't be able to use any of our cards, and also there is no way of transferring money in and out of Russia. You can use, the only way like I know is to use some dodgy crypto currencies, which to be honest I have no knowledge about and I wouldn't feel comfortable doing. But apart from that, I don't think there is any other way. And the only way to bring money into Russia is obviously if you bring, I think, dollars here and exchange it into rubles, but the exchange rate is pretty bad. Or you can exchange money where you're going from and bring cash here. As I'm sure you are aware, there are hundreds of international companies have left Russia over the last 6 to 8 months. And actually one of the most famous ones probably was McDonald's, which had hundreds of different stores across Russia. And actually McDonald's sort of didn't cease to exist. There was a company made that's called Вкусно и точка, or Tasty Full Stop, which is basically pretty much copied everything, just changed some of the names of burgers, and I think that's it actually. Apparently it had pretty a shaky start, beginning, and now everyone just says that it's basically just like McDonald's under a different name. So let's go inside and check it out, see what it looks like and what they actually sell now. Look what it is. Shall we go inside? Well, everything looks very familiar, not gonna lie. English? Oh, you have so many languages. English, Uzbek, Tajik, Kyrgyz, Chinese, and Russian to go. Let's see. Burgers and wraps. The menu literally looks the same. Well, you get the idea. Let's see what pies we have and desserts. Ice cream. Wow, pineapple deluxe. Nice, nice, nice. What else shall we get? Drinks? Oh, let's see what cool drinks can we get. Why doesn't it have a label? Sprite has, Fanta does. Okay. That's it. Desserts. Whoa, some cool desserts. Such heavy door. We could get McDonald's, a burger from Delicious. Full stop. I forgot. But we're actually gonna go for stuffed crabs, which are called Siberian crabs. Здравствуйте. Можно, пожалуйста, блин с красной икрой по-царски и блин с вареной сгущенкой? I take a pancake with fish. А ты с чем взяла? Говядиной. Okay. And we took one to share with boiled condensed milk or creme de lèche, I think it's called. Вкусно? Спасибо большое. До свидания. So hot outside today. Как будто еще лето, да? Да. Да. Okay, let's go for a walk around the city center and then actually walk back home. To be honest, this is my favorite part of the year. This time where you can see how trees are changing their colors and all the leaves are flying everywhere. Just gorgeous. The building that we just walked past across the road is called the Philharmonia. And I don't actually have very good memories connected to it because for years in school we were made to go there. In this building there are actually lots of different concerts and we had to attend, I guess, certain amount a year of these music concerts. And I mean, we were quite young, and we didn't particularly enjoy it. But on the flip side, there are lots of different theaters located in the city center, and we didn't walk past this street, but there is a theater that's called For Children and Youth, and we used to go there quite a lot, and that was really nice. This is a circus. I actually used to hang around this area quite a lot when I used to live here, because my best friend used to live literally right there. And one of the times when Matt came over to visit me, the time when he actually proposed, we stayed in one of the houses here, and there is a bank right across there. We tried to get some cash out, and the card got stuck in this little till. Oh my god, I rushed back home and I got tweezers and we managed to get it out. That was fun, and it was like -30 as well outside. Fun memories. Здрасте. Я хотела спросить, почему у вас ранеточки?
А что у меня есть?
А варенье получилось вкусно? Или это сильно мало?
Почему?
Нет?
Ну, на маленькая баночка у вас получится.
Давайте.
Может, вам лучше я на маечку делать, когда мне сочно не ложится, тогда маечку.
Как лучше мне? Мне принципиально, пожалуйста. I'm so happy. Можно? Спасибо вам огромное.
И вам?
Спасибо, всего хорошего.
До свидания.
Спасибо. Сраные голуби. Okay. I just got these tiny apples. They called ранетки. I tried to translate them into English, but there is no such word. They basically just taste very different, and there used to be loads of them sold everywhere, and now is the time to buy them, but I couldn't find them literally anywhere. So I've been hunting for them. They all as well, just like usual standard apples, they all taste very different, and I really wanted to make jam out of them, so I managed to find them. They smell divine, they smell so good, and they taste nothing like your standard apple. Вкусно, да? Необычно пахнет даже.
Но у бабушки в огороде вкуснее будет.
Я даже не помню, что у бабушки в огороде они были, если честно. We just walked back into the area where my Gran lives, and to be honest, well, first of all, everything looks very different. In the winter, everything is covered in snow, but now it seems like, from what I've seen, there are lots of areas that are being built up. Like, for example, where my brother, aka cousin, lives. This is a completely new part of the city than where my godmother lives, and then actually around this area there are quite a few new blocks of flats are being built up. There are lots of new schools, I think, no, it was a university actually, and sports center for kids, I think. So there is a lot going on, a lot of new stuff, but it seems like the old stuff is not being repaired. And even like we went into the city center, majority of the time the city center looks really good, and then once you go outside the city starts to look a bit worse. But here I'm actually surprised to see that quite a lot of buildings look quite bad. They haven't been repaired for absolutely ages, and the painting is just falling apart. I don't know. In that sense, it seems like it's not very well kept, but at the same time there are lots of new buildings arising. My uncle and auntie, who is also living in Sochi now, they used to live in this house on the 9th floor. My grand's house is literally around the corner there. And to be honest, I was thinking about it now. I only have one friend left here. Everyone else is either moved abroad or Moscow and St. Petersburg. I just have family left here. Well, my mum, my uncle and auntie are in Sochi now. Everyone seemed to love Sochi lately as well. People from all over the place, especially some Siberian cities, are moving there. I don't know. I would rather stay here, to be honest. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. How many times did I say I don't know? It's just, Sochi is a resort town. And I guess the ecology is way better. For example, here. I realized it 2 years ago how many factories there are around here. You're not actually allowed to go around the area, but we end up driving across there. I wish I had these files on me, but they're actually on a different hard drive. When I eventually get this hard drive, I will show it to you. But the amount of factories are just crazy, and you just see all this crap being pumped out into the air, and especially in the winter, at some point they pump something out and you can't literally see. The house is literally next to you, out of your window. Everything is sort of foggy. Yeah, so the air quality is certainly better, but apart from that, I don't know, it's not my place. Привет! Как себя чувствуешь? To be honest, we've spoken to quite a few Russians this year, and some would say that Russia is a completely different country, and some would say that everything's pretty much the same. So it depends on where you live in the country and what you do for a living as well. And I guess what lifestyle you used to have in, like, for example, maybe younger generation used to go into Starbucks and get all these different brands that have left Russia. But in regards to obvious things like prices change and some of the seeing supermarkets closed or certain shops and brands that have left the country, every time we come back something changes, and prices have been changing all the time, to be honest. Every time we would go back, prices would go up. Apart from certain things, actually my friend sent me an article from The Sun, love The Sun, and they said that, how low prices are here on food and stuff. I wouldn't actually say so. One thing I specifically remembered is the cabbage, because my gran was actually telling me not so long ago in the spring that cabbage is a ridiculous price, and now the price on cabbage has actually gone down because it's the season, like cabbage growing here and it's being sold. That's why it's cheaper. I guess it's gonna go up again, but I don't know, something's changed that's stuck in my head. There is a saying, сколько людей, столько мнений, which is kind of true. I think I'm gonna leave you here for now, so thanks for watching this video and see you in the next one.